Hello YouTubers, welcome to vlog number 62. Today I am very excited. We've got no smoothie left. Okay. Anyway, I am so excited today because I'm going to lift some weights. Like I mentioned before, the DOMs are going to be so real. But that means I'm back on lifting. So I've had my smoothie, I'm going to fuel up some more oily fish, and I'm going to go lift weights, and I'm going to go do some sort of cardio, maybe a higher intensity. We'll see when we get there. But also I'm going to do the Q&A throughout this vlog, rather than me just sitting down at the discussion table. I'm going to just go about my day, flick through my phone, flick through the questions. Okay, that's a good question, blah blah blah. Speaking of which, let's do it now. Okay, got my phone. Gonna look through the questions, some of the questions now. One of the things I was anticipating maybe 10 of you guys, or less than that, to respond. So many of you have responded, so I was just like, it's like questions on questions. Right, so let's see, first question. Okay, first question. This one is from Ellie.67GK. She says she's from the DUBC Women's 8. It's a bit, she's cheating actually, she's sent 5 questions. Oh well, let's start with 5 questions straight away. So, number 1, racing in bad weather, how do you motivate yourself? For me, I think racing in bad weather is hilarious. Especially if the water's coming over the bows, or like you're smashing in the riggers, you're punching the rigger with your hand, you're absolutely soaked, and you're just like with your friends and everyone's laughing. That's good. But what if you're absolutely freezing? Well, then it's a sad time. Then you get all upset and it's angry and you're just wanting to get back in. So my recommendations is, if you know it's going to be wet or cold, just wrap up as much as you can, because once you're warm, that is half the battle. And obviously just enjoying it is the other half, I would say. Stroke side or bow side? Don't you mean starboard or port? I am a bow sider or a starboard, depending on where you are from in the world. If you couldn't row, what's the another sport you'd love to try? Ellie, we need to work on your grammar there. What's another sport I'd love to try? Well, I played basketball for GB when I was younger, for Scotland and stuff, so I would really like to go back to it, but I want to take the people that I row with and play basketball with them. Just because I've been around them for a few years now and I would miss them, so I want to bring them over to play basketball. Number 4, Quattro, 4-0. What has been the closest race of your career and what did it feel like? Okay, a lot of people have asked this specific question. I would say the closest race, I've been in many races that have been very, very close. I think 2013 was the year of the close race for when I raced at Northeastern University. So I raced against Brown University and we won by like less than a canvas. And then we raced at IRAs that year, National Championships in America. We went from second, maybe first in the first K, then got walked through a little bit by Washington and Harvard, and then in the last 10 strokes we got pipped by 0.18 seconds by Brown University in the National Championships to put us in 4th. And then the next closest race would be the Henley Royal Regatta that year with the same boat that I'm just talking about. So we were up by like a length open or something stupid anyway, against the guys in the sort of the GB2 boat that year, like John Collins, Nick Middleton, Phil Congdon, and a bunch of other, Henry Fieldman was coxing it, a bunch of other guys that I now race with, or like I'm in the team with. That was probably the best race I've been in, even though we lost. So we went off, we tied the record to Foley or the barrier, one of the two, and then we were off like a rocket, just typical how we raced that year. And then we got to probably the last 200 or so, just thinking about this race, it's like, oh, let's go race! I'm gonna race eventually. So we get to the last 200 or so, and like they've closed that gap. We had open water, and then they've closed that gap, closing down. And I remember all the coxswain was doing, obviously it's like go, blah, 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 do this, do that. But all I remember, the sound vividly in my mind, is just like smacking the side of the boat, because it was like, I don't know what else to say, boys, just go. And then the boat just comes through us in the last like tiny bit. I think it was 3 feet was the official margin, but it was really close. And all of those races that I've just talked about are like one of the reasons why I love rowing. Just the memories stick with you, the amount of enjoyment sticks with you, and you just want to get back to doing that, to having that close racing, because that's like the peak of rowing, when you have those close races, and it really is rowing something. Yep. And the last question from Ellie67GK: what's your favourite boat to race in and why? Well, I have only raced really at like either at uni or with GB or whatever in 8. I've raced in 4s back at Kent School. I've never raced a pair apart from like trials and stuff. So I would stick with the 8. Why is it my favourite? I would say it's my favourite because you've got, when the 8 is going right, I would say it's the best boat to be in. It's the fastest. It's like the feeling that you get when it's going right is the best. It's just everything in about the 8 I think is awesome. So you've got like the speed, the power, the guys in the boat, the coxswain, you don't have to steer, like all that sort of stuff. And that's why I like the 8 best. So thank you for that question, Ellie, and I'll throughout the day try and read as many as I can. But had my smoothie, gonna grab some more food so I can go lift some weights. Like I said, you guys were amazing at responding to my asking for questions for the question and answer time. But I've just covered those 5 questions, and according to my GoPro, that was 9 minutes of recording. So this video, that was one person's 5 questions, and there's been a lot of questions. So we're talking days of footage right here. So I think what I'm going to do is just scroll through and randomly pick question by question. I'll just scroll through, pick some questions, and then go through my day and answer them. Because otherwise, this video is going to be years long. To the club. And believe it or not, we're at the club. Going to just go upstairs, have a chat with the guys if anyone's having lunch. Then it's weights time. One big question was what shoes do I wear on the rowing machine. I have these. These are usually for my weights, but my older shoes, my Adidas weightlifting shoes, are at Caversham. They're Adidas Powerlifter 3s, I think, and these are the new Lifestyle 2s or 3s. Let's get to erging. Okay, so a quick 5-minute warm up, about 153, 154. Now we're going to do some 500s. Let's see what happens. Okay, first 500, 139. Higher intensity than I've been at for the last 12 weeks. Have to do it at some point. So I've got a minute and 45 rest. Be a little bit easier for myself on the first one. Let's get to the next one. Okay, second set done. Went a bit hard, went out at 132s, 200. Slowed down a little bit, 134s. So I'm going up 2 beats every one. So it's 22, 24. Next one, 26. Hoe is burning. Okay, third set. Probably rate 27 on that one. 132. Really burning. First time in a long time my heart rate's been this high. So I'm probably going to stick with 4 sets, 4 500s. Let's see what I can do in the last one. Let's try under 30. Let's switch back to this side. Okay, 4th set, 129.60. Rated 31, rated 32. Really burning. So good to get back. Still only a matter of time for back where I was in a higher place. Okay, we're gonna warm down, very important. Just letting the heart rate come down. Recover. Then I'm gonna go get some food. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, warm down. A warm up and a warm down is very important to get the body ready for the next step. Don't forget those. Really cool to be up at the high heart rates. A little bit different than the lower heart rates. I was supposed to be doing, so I came in planning to do weights, then I saw Fraser in the erg, I was like, oh, I'll do an erg. And so I don't want to do an hour, so I'll do some 500s. So I thought, I'm gonna do 6 500s. Then I got to 3. I didn't have much rate left or much split left to give. So I went for 4. I didn't do the last 2. It's okay. These things happen, especially when I'm coming back into things. I will do 6 at some point. To food. And we're in the Leander crew room having lunch, some chicken, mashed potatoes and vegetables with Fraser Christie and Pete Lambert. We've got a question from Monsacastro. The question is, what is your advice for starting rowing all over again after an injury or when you quit? Fraser, would you like to take this one?
Sure, I'll take it. I think the main thing, if you've quit, or even if you've had an injury, like when you're coming back, you don't need to rush back into doing the same training as you were before, like a full out, like however many sessions a week or something. Like take it slow and remember why you enjoy the sport. Like try and enjoy it every session, and then you'll want to build back into it rather than rushing back in, going flat out for a week and then like stopping again and having to stop either because of your injury flaring up again or because it's just lack of motivation or whatever. So just enjoy it, take it steady, and yeah, get back into it.
What an awesome answer from Fraser Christie! It ties into what I was talking about this morning about enjoying what you're doing as well. Well, about the rowing in bad weather. Rowing in bad weather is only bad, 1 if you're cold and 2 if you're not enjoying it. So enjoy what you're doing. See you in the next part of the day. Okay, finished recovery time and had my lunch. How do you like the hashtag Chase the Blow merch? Let me know in the comments below if you like it. Made it a while back. Still got some in the house. Could make some more. Anyway, going to do some quick weights. Not sure if we'll film it. We'll see. And then I'm going to do quick fire question time, question and answer. Because there's so many of you that have asked. I want to get to as many as you as possible. But I don't think there's hundreds of people that have asked questions. So I'm going to just quick fire, and hope to get as many as possible. But that'll be after weights once I get home. Okay, let's lift some weights, let's get some gains. And an awesome time lifting weights. I didn't really anticipate doing too much, but I ended up doing squats, leg press, bench pull, shoulder press, lat pull downs, and many variations. Some burny stuff. And my DOMs aren't that bad, but it was because it was going reasonably light. But really excited to get back to lifting as well. Yes! And I will get more footage another day, because I initially planned on just doing a little bit. Ended up doing a bit more. So I'm going to go back to the house now and get on the quick fire question and answer. Let's get to it. Okay, I know I said no discussion table, but we're here for quick fire discussion time table question and answer. Let's get to it. Got my phone here, going to scroll through, answer the questions quickly. From Matt's Impso, what was a defining moment for you in your rowing career and how did that lead to you to where you are today? Probably when I was at Kent School rowing for the first rowing session. I've talked about this in the vlog about how I got into rowing. Basically went up on the river with some basketball shorts on, and then we're all just having loads of fun, and I ended up just rowing in my boxers because the shorts kept getting caught and stuff, but everyone was just really enjoying themselves. Next question. Okay, it's a double whammy. When you're back on the full training program, how many calories would you be trying to eat a day? Varies day to day, depending on how many sessions. Let's say I'm doing 3 sessions a day, so we're talking around 6,000+ calories a day. Have you ever had an experience like Phil where you had to pull out during a test? No, but I do remember one time where I punched the screen because the split was terrible and I was blowing hard. That's from Ton Grant. Next question. From Dominic Murchag1. What music do you listen to on the erg? I listen to an app called Deezer. It's like Spotify, but it's called Deezer. And they have a button called Flow. And it basically just recommends and plays music that it thinks you'll like. And usually it's pretty good. So I just click that on, especially for normal workouts. But for hard workouts, I've got some hard EDM, hard style, all that sort of stuff. A lot of questions on 500 PR, 2K, 1K, 6K PR. I can't really tell you that, but I can tell you. Let me go to the British indoors and tell you some scores from there. Adam did a 548. Tom Jeffrey did a 553. And that was in December. So Big Phil Clapp did a 113 500 at the British indoors. Okay, next question. You dizzy lad? Question mark. Yes? Next question. Any secret tips for dealing with ridiculously blistered hands? Well, if they're already blistered, just make sure they're clean and they are not getting infected. To prevent blisters, the best method to beat blisters is to prevent blisters. So find something that works for you. I use different types of tape if I'm really needing some blisters, but my hands aren't too bad. I found a handle that works for me, but sometimes you can't find a handle that works for you and you have to push through. Next question. Which boat class do you feel is A, the best to watch in training, and B, creates the most dramatic / exciting racing? Best to watch in training, completely individual. If you like sweep rowing, one of the sweep boats. If you like sculling, one of the sculling boats. And same thing with dramatic or exciting racing. It's whatever boat, I would say, that produces close results. Next question. What happens if someone fails in a 2K test or stops? Have you ever seen it happen or has it happened to you? Kind of similar to the last question. What happens if someone fails or stops? Well, that's they're not going to get a score, they're going to stop. I have heard that some people have done that and then later on in the day produce a better result. Like I said, I don't think it's happened to me that I've actually stopped, I think. Next question. How do you reach max watts like Phil Clapp? Be a big boy. Next question. What is the hardest erg session you've ever done? Oh, there was one at uni. It was 4x3K at, I think it was 6K pace? 6K pace? 4x3? It was 4x3K at 6K pace, or roughly that. And that was the one where I punched the monitor. I did the first one fine, did the second one fine, and then the third and fourth, I was pulling way slower than steady state splits. I was there for absolutely ages. Next question. How can I get a scholarship from Oxford or Cambridge with rowing? I'm a university student, Department of Engineering at Electronic. How do I get a scholarship? Well, be better than someone that is already looking for one, is the easy answer, I would say. But why would you look at just Oxford or Cambridge? There's plenty of universities out there that would also offer, especially in America. Not condoning going to America, just saying. Next question. What's your opinion on the new British rowing point structure? How many points do you have? Would you be up for a single scull drag race? Okay, first, what's your opinion on the new British point structure? No opinion at the moment. I know there is some hubbub about it. How many points do I have? I think I have like 4 or maybe like 10. And would you be up for a single scull drag race? Duh. Next question. Are you hoping to race Henley with a Leander crew? Like I've said in a few vlogs, yes, I would like to race a Leander crew, but I'm still deciding what is better for a long-term plan. Next question. Oh, big one. Water rowing or erging? I think we know the answer to that question. Next question. Best advice for recovering from injury? Same as what Fraser asked. Next question. Have I ever had a McDanks smoothie? Have you never had a McDanks smoothie? Next question. What is the most important strength exercises to do for a rower? Very individual question, but is making sure, since rowing is it's about high volume, it's about coping with said high volume and high intensity. So making sure you're very robust, so your core, pretty much all your muscles being very strong, but making sure the muscles around the big muscles are also capable of helping those big muscles produce power, like your core helping pretty much every other muscle connect. Next question. How useful are altitude training masks, if at all? I'm not an expert, but I will give my own opinion. Basically, you get some masks that just stick on your face and they are pointless. They restrict your breathing and make the muscles stronger. They don't actually make the muscles are like breathing muscles stronger, but they don't make the oxygen, they don't reduce the oxygen, so they doesn't affect the lungs. Next question. Am I aiming for Tokyo Olympics or Paris Olympics? Well, Tokyo would be nice. I want to see what happens after Tokyo, / if I get to Tokyo, and then judge from there. Next question. Where is my accent from? Well, originally born in Scotland, so partly Scottish. Spent 5 years in America or something like that, so partly American. And now I'm down in England. This is my second, third year, so it's a combination of Scottish, Americanish, and English. Next question. Advice for a first race. Enjoy it. Enjoy the first race, just like hopefully you'll enjoy every race after that. Next question. Can you show us your basketball techers? Not right now. Next question. Okay, I've still got a lot of questions. I think some of them do repeat, so let's do 2 more. Let's do 2 more. Oh, some questions from Henley Watch. Who is Henley Watch? I think we know the answer to that one. Who is Tom George? I don't know that one. And is Adams Neil's dad the giant from Jack and the Beanstalk? Yeah. Next question! What made me start a daily vlog? Well, I would say, I think I've discussed this on one of the first, I think that was maybe vlog 1 or 2. I got ill for ages, got glandular fever and got surgery on my tonsils, so it started off as just a thing, something to do, something to keep me busy. And then I decided, let's do a daily vlog, which has been fantastic so far. Okay, that's the end of question time. Hopefully you could understand what I'm saying with quick fire question time, and hopefully enjoyed today's vlog. I think tomorrow I'm going into London, not sure yet, not 100% sure. Going to see if I can get a quick vlog out there before I do. Remember, subscribe if you haven't already, just hit this button up here. Hit that like button and let me know in the comments below if you have any other questions. Have a good one.